Hey guys, it's Amy. I am not feeling 100%, hence why I am making a recording for you all at about almost 3 in the morning because I'm up, not feeling so hot. But I thought that I would replace the call that I had scheduled for this morning by providing you guys with this little snippet of what I was going to be talking about. So for those of you that are on the computer, you can, well, obviously you're on the computer, you're listening to my recording on YouTube. So if you check out my screen here, I'm going to actually be talking about doTERRA's CoImpact sourcing. And this is something that very early on with doTERRA, I've immediately fell in love with. When I originally had decided to do the business side, I didn't know anything about CoImpact sourcing. And then I went to my first convention and they shared some videos of some of the different countries and families that they were working with to source their essential oils. And I was so touched by some of the stories and just getting to know some of the families and the countries and the people that were taking part in growing and harvesting our essential oils, that I knew there was just so much more to this company than just essential oils, right? doTERRA is growing so fast that we're in a position where we can help millions of people, billions of people outside of offering them the essential oils. And so that's where CoImpact sourcing comes into play. CoImpact sourcing, this is basically where doTERRA comes in at sourcing their essential oils. First of all, finding where is the best place to grow the essential oils. doTERRA believes that growing the oils in their native land is going to provide them with the best of the best so that they can grow and offer us the most benefits, right? So the best soil, the best climate and seasons, and the best soil, everything, right? And so I love that side of it. But then when you really go and you think, okay, who's growing these plants? And of course, tonight I'm going to talk about a lot of, countries that we're working with that, they do live in poverty and how we can affect them greatly. But we don't grow in only countries that are living in poverty. We find where is the best for that particular plant. So for example, peppermint is actually grown in Washington, right here in the States. So wherever it is the best. But then the CoImpact sourcing comes in and it goes through a checklist of different things to work through with the farmers and the harvesters and the distillers to make sure that they're getting, first of all, they're getting paid what they need to be paid and how they need to be paid. And then how can we as a company help them to do their best in growing these crops. So as you can see on the screen here, this is just a little bit of a chart to show you a little bit before and after. So the left side shows the before side, before CoImpact sourcing, and the right side shows how we can impact these communities and these growers' lives via CoImpact sourcing. So oftentimes something that we find is that the people growing the oils are unorganized. They are maybe less educated on the process, or maybe the new processes that are available and much better for the plant. And they have limited access to information. And so one thing that we can offer is that education and that knowledge and that information to help them get organized. and to work together as a community versus being in competition, training them and coordinating services. And then, like I said, also making sure that they're getting paid. The community that's working with our plants are getting paid what they deserve and what they need also to survive. So I think that's a really beautiful picture we can get as we scroll down. Another thing is that they often they have limited resources or space or whatever it may be. And so oftentimes, or even time, this is one that I found, I noticed when I'm reading a lot of articles in the Living magazine about CoImpact sourcing. A lot of times it seems like they're prematurely harvesting plants out of season just because they need the money. And so in that case, they're not getting premium essential oils and getting the highest quality. And so in that case, they obviously have little incentive to produce a higher quality. Either they don't know that they're doing that, or they do, but they just don't have the choice due to financial reasons or what have you. And so when doTERRA comes in, excuse me, when doTERRA comes in, we can improve that. We can teach them these growing and harvesting practices so that they can improve. And then they know that we're going to pay them so accordingly, so that they aren't worried about finances, so that they are allowing the plants to grow as needed to ensure the highest quality and sustainability. So this is just an awesome thing. One story that really, really touched me from the beginning was in Haiti. In Haiti is where we grow our vetiver. And when they got to Haiti, they found that a lot of the people growing the vetiver, one, they were doing this because it was all that they could do to make a living. And then two, they found that people were getting extremely cheated and not paid well for their product. So that was a big part of bringing in CoImpact sourcing, so that they could pay them not after we buy the plants or the oil, but we're paying them throughout the process. So this gives them incentive to produce that higher quality and to really care for the plant. And I think it gives them a sense of integrity as well. So I think that's a beautiful thing. As you look down on this image as well, it's just kind of talking about the quality, and obviously when they don't have incentive to produce that higher quality or the time because they need the finances, it's just not going to happen. So with doTERRA, we can have a consistently higher quality oil. We know that every single oil bottle of lavender is going to provide the same benefits as the lavender bottle that you had a year ago, right? And that's very important to what we're doing and what we're offering here. And also one thing that I found that is really beautiful is that we are considered a long-time buyer. We make contracts with them so that they can rest easy. And just so you guys know, a lot of these countries that we're growing in, especially the third world, countries, these are whole communities, whole villages and tribes that are growing and harvesting these plants. And so it's really a cool thing to first of all help them to work together to do this, and the whole village is taken care of. On top of that, a lot of times they'll go into these countries and find that there's other needs. So, including, maybe I think it was Haiti, where the children were actually, instead of going to school, they were actually going down to the river or wherever to get their water. And it was so many miles there and back that they couldn't go to school. And so they were able to help build a school that was closer by and build wells so that they didn't have to travel so far for water. And I think this is a really an awesome thing. And it's affecting whole families, whole villages, and it's just a great cycle, because as we help other people, we can take that blessing and it comes right back to us, because now we have a consistently higher quality essential oil. When people come to me and they tell me, you know what, Amy, like, I love the oils, but I'm just going to buy mine on Amazon from this company or this brand or what have you. I get this question from our team a lot. Well, how do I respond to that? And I'd say you respond in love and patience and education. And just let them know you're excited that they're using the oils and that's what's most important to you. But it's also important that you know that they're using oils that are safe for their family. And just let them know, hey, so in that case, please just make sure you hop online, go to that brand name's website and look up their testing, just to be sure that they are in fact testing their oils through a third party so that they're held accountable to a higher standard. And you don't have to give them a lecture. You don't have to make them feel dumb for the decision they're making or anything like that. Just out of love, be excited that they're using the oils, but give them just enough education to help them go and do that research that they need to do so that they know that they're caring for their family to the best of their ability. And sometimes we don't realize that they have no clue that there is a difference in quality across the board. And so they just need that tidbit of information, and sometimes they'll ask more questions and sometimes they just want to move on. But you've done your duty, you've educated them, you've helped them. So I'd say hold on to that and just know that you've done your job. But CoImpact sourcing is just, it's something that says a lot about a company, that they would put so much care into these people. Every convention that I've been to so far, they've flown out a family from one of the countries where they do CoImpact sourcing. And it's very brief, but they show a video and then these people get to basically, they thank doTERRA for being a part of this and for allowing them to be a part of this and allowing it to change their lives and their economy and their village. And to me, doTERRA is just so much more than just essential oils. And the fact that we can touch so many people's lives just by buying a bottle of lemon on a regular basis is a huge deal to my heart. And so when you think of, when you're using your vetiver, think about these people that are working really hard in Haiti. By the way, it is a grass and we get the oil from the root. And so they have to not only pull up this long, tall grass out of the earth and keep the roots intact, they then have to beat the sand, the dirt, out of the roots so that we can get to the roots so that we can extract the oil. It is no easy work, folks. So they are working very, very hard, breaking their backs to do this. And we get to touch that community in Haiti just by using vetiver. And so for me, that makes a big difference for me. And I do often think of Haiti when I use my vetiver. So I hope that you will too going forward, and that you'll be blessed by this tidbit of information. For those of you not going to convention, just so you guys know, I'm hoping that myself and maybe even Rain or Kate or whoever else might be interested in joining me and going live a few times while we're at convention. I can't guarantee it. It's a really busy time. I can't guarantee the internet either. But I definitely want to do it a couple of times throughout our time there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that through our Facebook Live group. For those of you that have not added people yet, please do so. Add anybody that you've talked to about the oils, or when you're talking to new people about the oils, ask them if they'd like to be added to this Facebook group so that they can learn more and have a little bit more of a experience-based education through our live Facebook classes or the recordings. I really think that this has been a really great tool for some of us. Be sure you're following up with the people that you've added to the group, and check back often, see if your people are commenting or liking things so that you can follow up with them and see what they liked about it. And that starts the conversation, right? That's what it's all about. It's just starting that conversation and helping them know that we have a natural solution that can bless them. Thank you guys for forgiving me for not doing a live call this morning, but I do hope that you guys enjoy this recording and that you are all well and have enjoyed your Labor Day weekend. All right, guys, I will talk to you very soon. Be well.